Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft episode. My name is Tizon and I have been sick for the past couple days, so for this episode I only have maybe about a day to record it. So my plan for today is to get started on this village transformation that I've talked about before. Definitely not going to complete it, but if I can at least get the layout, I'll start with the layout of the paths and also smoothing out this terrain. This terrain looks very, very terrible. Just look there. It's just this random hole in the middle. We'll start with that this episode. But first, a little update on our storage room. Since the last episode, I have been very, very busy with this storage room here, getting it set up in an operational order. So I have set what categories I want in each one. Right now I just have blocks kind of in each one as placeholders, just so I can visually see where I have different items, and shelves here for ones that are not blocks. So I think I have something for every category except this one. This is just kind of an extra category. So I've moved all my stuff from my other storage room over here. Just these shulker boxes out here are the last things that have not been sorted yet. So I need to get those into the system, but I believe I have at least these top chest filters set up for every category, at least for the items I have. I didn't bother crafting every variant of every type of like planks and stuff. I just went with what I have, and then later on, as I get more items, there's extra room in the filters, and it'll just go to the end, and then I'll see it and be like, okay, I have to input it into the filter. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna stress too much. Oh, I was gonna drink this. There we go. Just so it's a little easier to see in here. I have set up this shulker box unloader. It's pretty similar to the one I had found last episode, but it just has a faster unloader here with these hopper minecarts, and then all feeds into this copper chest for them. So I'm ready to do a stress test with a few shulker boxes. Down here, once the items get filtered down here, I'll have to do better organizing these chests, but some of these categories don't even have any items in them yet. I just put the filters up there, so I'll have to wait till the copper golem start sorting stuff and then kind of organize it how I would like it in these categories. But for now, let's start giving them some shulker boxes to sort. Now, normally, I would not have this many items for them to sort at once. It would probably be at most 2-3 shulker boxes. That's how much leftover materials I have some projects sometimes, so it wouldn't usually be anywhere close to that many I have down there. Let's just start with a few. So you put the shulker boxes up here. It places them, unloads them. You can see how fast stuff is coming in. It's much faster than just like a single hopper, and it will give the copper golems plenty of stuff to sort. Then once it's empty, it should break it, place another one, and the empty shulker boxes are supposed to end up in here. I haven't found that completely reliable. Some of them have been going through here and then ending up in the stuff that the copper golems can't sort at the end. I think it's okay. It doesn't matter too much to me as long as it doesn't destroy them. So you can see they're grabbing stuff going along here, trying to find a place for it in these filters. In these filters, I've had to, you can see a few items have to be like full stacks just to get the correct, you need the correct number of items in each chest so that when the copper golem places it, they're going to place it up here in the top left-hand corner, and then that will be detected by this redstone, and then it will just drain anything that the copper golems put in here. But the rest of these items are just in here for filters. So you can see they're transferring their stuff to this second line of copper golems, which I think they're finding a place to put some of this stuff. Except these books. I think these books are going to have to go to the third set of copper golems. So I have 12, 8, 8, and then 4 copper golems in this last section, because in theory most of the items should have been sorted somewhere in all these chests. There's going to be very few items that come to these guys, and then they just have very few categories, so I don't need that many here. But it seems to be working well, and it is honestly very satisfying to see these copper golems going along the row and opening these chests in like sync. I think it's funny to watch. Now, how well are they keeping up? They are not keeping up at all. Yeah, this is completely clogged all the way up to this hopper minecart. So yeah, they're not able to keep up with that many shulker boxes, but I did do quite a large amount. Okay, I think that was the last one. So I think I put like 5 or 6 shulker boxes up there. I can't remember. It unloaded everything so far, but these copper golems got kind of overwhelmed by it. But again, like I said, I'm not going to be sorting that many shulker boxes at once typically. And even now it's filled up. They're eventually going to get through it, so it should be fine. I could always add more copper golems and then it will just be faster. I might do that. But again, this is just a test to see how this will work. So, look at it right now. Yeah, they're not as fast as the shulker box unloader, but I'd rather it be too much for them than like too little and there's a bunch of copper golems doing nothing. So, I might add a few more copper golems in different places. That's probably the one tweak I would say is needed. But as far as down here, I think in each section I only have 1 copper golem per section under the floor, and I think that will be more than enough. So I just went away for maybe a couple hours and came back. The copper golems seem to have finished sorting everything. There's no more running. But in this chest here, where it's supposed to be the stuff that doesn't have any place to go, some of the stuff, yeah, it's true, it doesn't have a place, but these flowers, saplings, and leaves, they have a place, and there's like a whole chest full of them here. So I went to go investigate. Right here. This is the chest, the filter chest for the category of the leaves and saplings and flowers. And this is not how this chest is supposed to look. They're supposed to be like this with a few items in the bottom and then place for the copper golems to place stuff. This chest is completely overflowed, broken. I think what must have happened is that there was just a few shulker boxes in a row that was basically all just for this category, a bunch of poppies from my iron farm mainly. And it just completely overflowed this chest with all the copper golems, putting it in this one spot, and the chest could not handle it. And it completely broke this one filter. Other than that, everything seems to have worked well. I did add a few more copper golems in here. And there's now 18 in here, 10 there, and 4 there still. So maybe I added too many copper golems and they're going too fast when it's all of one type of category. I will have to I'm gonna have to fix this and reset this so it can work again. But overall, I would say that was a successful first test run. So I found out what that problem was with that one filter that broke. You see that line of hoppers that's right next to the redstone? Well, as the filter was going, it kept locking those hoppers and then those would get clogged, and that's what filled up the chest. So I just had to move that row of hoppers down and it was fixed. Let's get to some terraforming. So with this village project, I'm kind of out of my depth here. Planning a layout like this is not something I've really done before. I'll have to plan out where I'm going to put the houses. My other concern is, how do I maintain a unified theme throughout the village, but not make all the buildings look the same? If you guys have any tips on that, let me know. I've never done something like this. I don't want all the houses to mismatch, but I don't want them all to look exactly the same either. Oh, hello. I see you guys have been waiting for me to come out of my AFK box. Man, these pillager raiding parties are far too often. Alright, well, after quite a bit of terraforming around this area, we have made quite a lot of progress in smoothing out this cliff face, tearing down all the old village because it just was terrible, and then planning out our paths. This will be the center area. This is where the well is still underneath there, but this is where I plan to have the center piece of the village, and I actually have a fountain design that I really like that I'm going to build here now. But then, yeah, we have our main 4 paths leading out. This path will lead up there to that house. This one will go off in that direction, one going up the hill, and then one leading from the wheat field. So I have my major paths planned out, and the terrain all smoothed out. So I'm going to build this centerpiece, and then Little by little, we will chip away at this village and build more houses and stuff. But let's sleep. Go. I've finished the main paths I want to create and this fountain and some bushes and a little bit of decoration around here. And overall, I'm really pleased with this. This fountain turned out really well, I think, with all the detail I was able to include in there. Tuff works really well for that kind of stuff with the chiseled tuff and everything. And I got inspiration from just a picture of an old fountain I saw, and it had this kind of layout, and I really liked how it looked. I tried something at the bottom with the effect. I'm not sure if it works. I was trying to make the water a little greener, so I have moss at the bottom and then tinted glass underneath to make it a little darker. Otherwise, the green was too bright underneath, but I'm not sure how noticeable it is. But one of my favorite details is the water I have coming from this layer of the fountain. It's not actual water blocks, as you see. It's light blue glass panes. Because right now, the way it is, it's thinner than actual water be. It's like a half a block. But normally glass panes are like this. These ones I put in for like a splash effect. I'm not sure how that works. But I really do like the light blue glass panes. Because normally they'd be like this if you just put a single glass pane. But if you put two, it looks a little too wide and very off-center from where the water should be falling. So what I did, I have the light blue glass panes, and then here, if you can see it, I have just gray glass panes next to it, but the light blue ones connect to it, making it wider, but still thinner than a full block, and these gray glass panes against the gray of the fountain kind of disappear almost. So if you're seeing it from here, you just see that light blue, the thin waterfall. Let me know what you guys think of that, but I think that turned out really nice. And they've got a little bench here. We got a rose bush. We got I was trying a different kind of flowering bush with cactus flowers and then glass panes. I think that one looks pretty nice too. I built another one of those smaller spruce trees that I had built last episode. And then, yeah, we just have our paths going off that direction up through here. I think this will serve as a very nice centerpiece for our village when it is complete. I really like the view of it from here right now, the fountain, and especially that path, how that path winds up to that house. I think that path turned out the best in my opinion. I didn't fully complete the path there. It would extend a bit there. And then this path, I didn't really fully do it up here because there'll probably be houses on different levels up on this hill. So we'll have this main path going up, but then we'll have smaller paths going out to the sides for the different houses. So when I destroyed these houses from the village, there were some houses that have villagers in them. And I just let them go free because I don't need them. And I've come back later, they've trampled half of this raised bed here, and they planted carrots instead of what I had here, which was beetroots. This was supposed to be carrots, this is supposed to be beetroots. Why, villagers? Why? I guess I'll have to try to replant it, but I don't even have enough beetroot seeds because they stole all my beetroots. The villagers are gone now, I think. They found their way into the house and through the nether portal, and now they are at my storage system. Oh, come on, guys. We're just about to read the comment of the day, and you guys had to show up and ruin everything. There are far too many of these raiding parties. Literally, every episode while I'm building, there's like 4, 5, 6 of those. Anyways, it is time once again for the comment of the day. This one is just a quick question. It says, "Bro, I love to watch your videos. It's nice to see them getting better every time. How do you make your clouds look that good? Hope you have a nice day." For these clouds, I use just the Better Clouds mod, and it just makes them look so much nicer and smooth. I really, really like it. But that will indeed do it for today. I know this one may be a bit of a shorter episode, but I was limited on some time to record, but we did get quite a bit done. It was a lot of laying the groundwork for this village, shaping it, tearing down the old one, and then building this centerpiece up. Next episode, we'll probably get some more progress done in actually building some buildings in here, but I think it's a good framework, a good start for this village. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below, and I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys all in the next episode. Bye!